Adrien Rabiot is the biggest mystery in football. His CV looks like that of a legend. PSG trophies, Juventus titles, over 50 caps for France, now AC Milan. But watch him play for 5 minutes and you will see the truth. Sideways passes, lazy pressing, jogging around like he's half asleep. At PSG, surrounded by Zlatan, Cavani, and Verratti, all he brought was sulking and red cards. And let's not forget, he's a full-grown mama's boy. Rabiot is his agent, negotiator, and personal bulldozer, calling managers, bullying directors, making sure his son keeps falling upwards no matter how average he plays. Juventus picked him up on a free, classic Juve. They thought they'd struck gold, but what they really signed was a traffic cone with occasional screamers to trick people into thinking he's world-class. Marseille couldn't even keep him because he got into a locker room brawl so bad they compared it to an English pub fight. Imagine being too toxic for Marseille. That's an achievement on its own. And now Milan have him, which feels like a crime against football history. Internationally, he's no better. France have given him more than 50 caps, and this is the same guy who refused to even be on the reserve list for the 2018 World Cup because he thought being a backup was beneath him. That's Rabiot in a nutshell. Never brilliant, never awful, just permanently mid. And yet, thanks to Mom, he always lands another big club. Olivier Giroud, on the other hand, is football's lamppost. Tall, handsome, with the looks of a model but the goal record of a defender. Arsenal fans literally called him the handsome lamppost, and they weren't wrong. He stood there waiting for service, allergic to scoring half the time. And yet, he played for Arsenal, Chelsea, AC Milan, and even led the line for France. A striker who went through the entire 2018 World Cup without a single goal and still lifted the trophy. France basically played 10 against 11 and still won. Sure, he gave us the iconic scorpion kick at Arsenal, but that one goal has carried his reputation for years, masking the endless sitters he missed before and after. Chelsea brought him in for experience, and got a Europa League specialist who mainly existed to flex on Arsenal in the final. At Milan, he somehow helped win a Scudetto, but again, not because he was brilliant, just because he did the bare minimum. Now he's back at Lille, on his retirement lap. But don't be shocked if Real Madrid suddenly lose a striker and Giroud ends up at the Bernabeu, surviving on jawlines, vibes, and the art of doing just enough. João Félix is the definition of wasted hype. The kid burst out of Benfica with silky touches and goals, and Atlético Madrid lost their minds, dropping 126 million euros on him. For what? 4 Instagram dribbles and TikTok highlight reels. He was meant to be Ronaldo 2.0, but instead plays football like it's a hobby. Lazy pressing, mood swings, falling on the floor like he's auditioning for ballet. Simeone must have aged 10 years trying to coach him, and every time he flops, Jorge Mendes finds him another big club. Chelsea loan, Barcelona loan, and now Al Nassr with Ronaldo. Mendes deserves a Nobel Prize for sales. He somehow keeps selling João Félix as the next big thing, when he's really just a luxury player who doesn't work. Sure, he's had moments, a hat-trick at Benfica, a Champions League goal or two, but overall, pure disappointment. And the funniest part is that Félix still insists he'll prove himself. Bro, it's been 6 years. All you've proven is that your agent could sell water to a drowning man. And then there's Romelu Lukaku, the striker built like a tank but cursed with a face touch that belongs in a blooper reel. One game, he looks like prime Drogba, bullying defenders and smashing screamers. Next game, he's missing from 2 yards and tripping over his own feet. Manchester United spent £75 million on him. He started well, then collapsed. His first touch became a meme. Fans groaned every time the ball hit him, and Mourinho eventually threw him away. At Inter, he looked reborn, scoring for fun alongside Lautaro Martinez and winning Serie A. Then Chelsea brought him back for big money, and he immediately flopped again, even doing that infamous interview crying about missing Inter while still in a Chelsea shirt. Since then it's been the same story, goals here and there, but more misses, more meltdowns, more memes. Now at Napoli, he'll still bag some goals, but let's be honest, Lukaku is football's roller coaster, sometimes thrilling, mostly nauseating, never consistent. And yet, clubs keep signing him because on paper he looks unstoppable. In reality, he's just a walking blooper compilation with muscles. So there you have it. Rabiot the mama's boy fraud, Giroud the lamppost, Félix the Instagram prince, and Lukaku the roller coaster. 4 players who prove football isn't just about talent. It's about PR, agents, vibes, and sometimes pure dumb luck.